can hear me now. I just came out of StreamYard, just went straight YouTube. Maybe that's why doing StreamYards, I probably got to just be still and it has to be quiet for y'all to hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You know if y'all can hear me. Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. How is the audio? If y'all can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me good. I see the comment now. Can you hear me good? On my head, my trucker's head. Let me know if you can hear me well. Now here rolling in Florida. I'm like, man, I'm kind of jealous, you know? Going in and out. Yeah, that's probably because I'm driving. I got the phone plugged up. What up? There you go. I see you. This is much better. Yeah, I'm trying to just go straight you game. Yeah, see, it's having problems already on this freaking. I don't get it, guys. This phone is a 5G phone. I'm supposed to have 5G, but yet it's no better than 4G if you ask me. They're still making sure we get more than enough radiation, you know? Paying more money, having a better phone, and yet we still get crappy reception. Go figure, right? It's supposed to be so much better. Yeah, but I'm back, guys. I'm back, unfortunately. I've been back a whole week. I just been taking time to rest. And I had a little bout with diarrhea. People be acting like, you know, our systems are made for, you know, the cuisine on the African continent. It's not. We over here used to all this GMO and potato chips and, you know, steroid on the chicken and human growth hormones, and then we got the GMO crops. We done got so used to eating these tainted foods. So then when we get on the African continent, our system is not ready for that shock. And then, you know, people get there and they just get to eat because they, you know, their eyes is just, oh man, look at all this food, look at this, look at that. So they just get to eat. And they forget about the fact that, you know, it takes time for your body to adjust to eating that way. So we had quite a few folks, can't mention no names, that got diarrhea on the trip. Even though people talked about it, that, you know, your system's gonna take time, I guess people think that when we be telling them that we just be making it up just for the sheer fact of making things up. No, people, when people tell you stuff, I understand why it's so hard just to believe folks. You know, I think God bless the dead, Brother DMX, he was on Drink Champs not too long ago before he passed away. May Allah be pleased with him. And he said, just believe people to be who they are. When he said that, that was really profound, you know? That was really profound. Believe people if they tell you something. Just take them at their word until you see otherwise. But that ain't what people seem like they do. You know, you tell them, hey man, you know, your sister probably ain't ready. You know, you probably gonna have to ease way in when you go over there. Like, don't drink the water. Then we gotta look at the fact that when the people cooking, when the brothers and sisters on the continent, they're cooking with the water. So that's another thing that people fail to realize, you know. When they're doing soups, they use water, you know. So, and people were ordering soup and not really thinking that, okay, they made this soup with water, and so it gave people, you know, a little case of the runs. I ain't gonna lie, pretty much every time I go to the African continent, except maybe a couple times, I was fine. You know, I even got the runs this time, and I knew I probably would get them because, why? I like drinking ginger beer, but I like getting it from the locals, right? So I buy it from a lady and her husband team. They got a little stand outside of the hotel that I usually visit when I go to Sierra Leone. So I sent the guard over there to get me 3 bottles. I knew it was probably gonna give me the runs, but I was willing to, you know, hey, I was willing to suffer a little bit, you know. So that ginger beer was off the chain. It was the right sweetness, and it was the right, I guess, hotness. I want to say. It was perfect, but it gave me the runs. I'm like, hey, it's just part of it, you know. I wasn't mad. I still drank every bottle. You know, but overall, we had a good time. I want to show you guys more footage because I really have a lot of footage to show y'all from the trip. But a lot of people that was on the trip, a lot of them, you know, they have jobs, and you know, they probably don't want to put their face and their identity out there for the whole world to scrutinize or whatever, and maybe it might get back to their employer, you know. So a lot of folks was having a conniption about me putting them on YouTube, so I already said that I wouldn't. So that's why I haven't been putting up the footage, because a lot of the footage has some of those people in it. And so either I'm gonna have to go and edit, which y'all know I don't like doing because I really don't have time, but I will have to edit those people out so I can give y'all some of the things that took place while we were in Sierra Leone. I loved it. You know, I had a great time despite the little bout I had with diarrhea. Deer right there on the side of the road. Y'all better stay over there, deer. I'm not trying to run nobody over today. Matter of fact, let me get in the middle. I'm going to run no deer over. Been doing pretty good. I've only hit one deer in my 12 years of driving, so I'm going to keep it up. What up, African Traveler? I loved it. Yeah, man. It was a great experience. You know, we had a lot of folks on the trip. Of course, even though you tell people, hey, look, Africa is not America. It is not the UK. The amenities that you may be used to in America is not what you're going to experience on the African continent. It's just not, people. Even though you say that, even though you show people the accommodations, I've showed plenty of hotel rooms. I've showed the buildings. Most of the buildings are a lot older. The streets are a lot older. A lot of the cities are older. They don't have the infrastructure bills, and they don't have the tax base, and they, of course, you know, you got the remnants of the colonial power still, you know, extracting resources and people from the land. You know, you can't expect some of the same amenities that you would see here in America. And I don't understand why people would go to these places with those expectations. The way I see it is, you're there and you see the reality, okay? Not go with a preconceived notion. When I get there, whatever country I go to, I see what the reality is with my own two eyes, and I quickly adjust. I went to South Africa. You know, South Africa is a lot more developed in certain aspects, but they still have a lot of problems. All I do is adjust. We go to Tanzania, same thing. Streets of cobblestones. You got to learn to walk on cobblestone. You got to break your freaking ankle, you know, just walking on them streets, you know. At the same time, they don't have a problem with eating domestic animals. I'm not from there. I saw what I saw as far as, you know, that they have a propensity to eat domestic animals. Who am I? They've been doing this for who knows how many years. I just don't pay it no attention, okay? I saw it and I didn't see it. I'm not eating it, you know what I mean? So I didn't have anything to say about it. And the guy kind of warned us about it before we got to that market. He said that we probably see some things that we're not accustomed to. You know, don't freak out. What up, girly girl? What's happening? What's happening? I see you. Don't freak out, you know? So I didn't freak out. I saw it. It kind of turned my stomach a little bit, and I just kept it moving, you know? When it comes to certain food, if I don't like it, I just don't eat it. When it comes to certain events or whatever, if I'm not really feeling it, I just endure. Because you're at a different culture and you're trying to discover, you know, the way these particular people live, right? They love, what makes them happy, what do they do on a daily basis, you know, the way they do things in reference to the way we do things. And it's going to be completely different. I don't understand why people will go there, and some people have never left the African continent, and they expect them to do things the way we do things here in the divided states. It just don't work that way, you know? It's one of those, like that saying, when you in Rome, do what the Romans do. That's how I do it. You know, I go to the Gambia, I see what the Gambians are doing, I see what everybody's doing, I quickly adapt. Okay? I see what they eating, I see, you know, they still drinking, they don't drink out of the bottle, I mean out of the tap. Everybody drinking bottled water, so same thing I do. If I go to the bank, see everybody waiting in line, I wait in line. You know, you just live like the Continental brothers and sisters live, and you try to get to understand their world. That's why some people give us that label that we act like white people. You know, and you know we can't stand that label. How to be what we gotta fight with, and we gotta fight against these people with all this stuff, and then we go to the African continent, and then some of the Continental brothers and sisters calling us white. I see why they do that, because we don't go there with that, you know, trying to discover what they have to go through, how they're living day to day. You know, what are their hardships? And look at it from that advantage point. We go there expecting them to give us some type of level of service or whatever, like we would experience here in America with these high exorbitant prices. So I don't understand some people, but you know, it is what it is. It's still all love. They go to the creek. Exactly. Some people go to the creek. You see them down there swimming. You see some ladies down there washing clothes. You see some people down there gathering water as it's coming downstream, taking it back to their mud homes. They're cooking outside over an open fire. Hey, this is the way life was really supposed to be. And if we hadn't been kidnapped, right, we'd have been right over there at home doing the same thing our continental cousins are doing, and we wouldn't think nothing of it. We wouldn't think nothing of it. We'll be going out there in the I wouldn't say forest, but we would basically eat off the land, just like our brothers and sisters do. You see them planting rice, you see them with cassava, you see them with all different type of things, right? Limes, lemons, oranges, right? Tomatoes. You see them with all kind of fruit, and they living off the land. It'd be the same way we would have been living off the land if our ancestors were never kidnapped and brought to these shores. But that's the way I look at it in every African nation I go to. Yeah, they got beautiful bodies, because look what they're eating. They're not eating a whole lot of GMO, right? They're not taking in a whole lot of preservatives and pesticides. They do a lot of walking, which is basically a natural exercise for them. They have the African sun to help them digest their food. What up, Nora the Great? Wonder why you are up so late. I'm up. This ain't even late. So it's only like, let me see what time it is, Nora the Great. It's only 7 o'clock in America. 7 p.m. in the Divided States, and I'm over here in Florida. I just came from Orlando, headed back up to ATL, trying to check in with my travel mate, Mr. Lofton. See if I can hook up with him. Maybe we can have breakfast tomorrow, because I probably won't get there till tomorrow. So maybe we can go somewhere and have breakfast, and we can get his capture his experience and what he's seen and learned, and how does that compare to his expectations before he went. I'm sleepy. Yeah, where you at? You still in the Gambia, Nora the Great? I know it's late over there. How have your experiences been? I know you've been loving it, right? So it's a beautiful thing that we have this movement going, because y'all notice the West is looking real shaky. The West is looking real shaky. For all you people who thought, that everybody was a conspiracy, Oh, what up, Go Black? I see you. Bro, where are you? I am in Florida. I am in Florida, Go Black. What up, Jack? I see you. I'm back in the Divided Snakes. Damn, Erica. You dig? Been back a whole week from Mama Salone. I miss it already, man. I miss it. I miss it. I miss it. You love it there, Dora the Great? I know. Africa is like you can actually be yourself. You in what? Fort Walton Beach. Where's that at? Go Black. Where's that at? Yeah, I'm down here in Florida. Just left Orlando. Oh, it's in Florida. Oh, you in Florida too? I wish I had known the shit. I could have hooked up with you. I ain't in no hurry to get back. Yeah, that's right. Real freedom. Real freedom. I know the infrastructure and south of you. Oh, okay, you south of me. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Enjoy yourself, man. That's what's up. I love it down here in Florida. I wish if the money was the same, because Chicago, it's such a hub that we got so much going on in Chicago. It's like I would be crazy to leave that market, because down here, the only market down here in Florida is pretty much the orange juice market. But I love the weather, but there's really no money to be really made down here, no big money. That's why I have to stay in the Chicagoland area. Yes, real freedom. See, that's what I'm talking about. But you got to get, in order for you to gain that freedom, family, you have to give up some of the modern conveniences, quote unquote, that you might have grown accustomed to. Excuse me. I ain't got no water either. I'm about to stop eventually to get some water. Yeah, in order to gain that raw freedom, you're gonna have to give up some of the modern conveniences that you've grown accustomed to. Okay, that's what I was talking about a lot on the trip. Is that people were telling me about, you know, the conveniences that they was expecting to see, that they expected to be somewhat on the same par of what they have grown accustomed to in America. And I'm saying no, nobody ever said that. Nobody ever, you know, put that out there. We've always said, I think pretty much everybody that goes to Africa, Go Black, myself, the Bag family, THC, Dynas, O'Shea, my man Bomani, everybody that goes to Africa, we show that, you know, it's lacking infrastructure. We know there's no jobs, right? And we know some of the brothers and sisters in our mind are poor, but what they really are is they're lacking fiat currency. When it comes to other aspects of life, they are actually rich, especially when it comes to culture, history, tradition, language, cuisine. They're rich. Family. They believe in marriages. They believe in the black man, the black woman, the black child, right? They believe in doing for self, right? Yeah, they may not have a car. They may not have infrastructure. Some places may not have running water inside the domiciles. But do you see them complaining? No, they are still happy. They still celebrate their holidays, right? You still see them with a smile on their face. You still see them going to church. You still see them worshiping their deities. It's like, we need so much to try to live out this existence. It's like, it's kind of bizarre to me, you know? I saw you in African attire. You are so handsome. Thank you. Don't get me the grinning over here, curly girl. Yeah, I got a few more pictures with my African attire that I had made. See, when I go there, I always get about 2 or 3 outfits made. You know, I support my tailor, and when he see me coming, he know, hey, hook me up, and I get some exclusive pieces. So I got a few more that I haven't I didn't wear. So I think when I go back in April, May, I'm gonna have him hook me up about 3 more pieces. Because really, when you do the African attire, people, there's a little trick when it comes to packing. If you pack your African attire, guess what? It's very thin, especially the kind that I get. I get the tie-dye. That's the ones I like. It's very thin, it's very light, it's very cool on the body, and it packs very easy. So my luggage was really light this time. Really light. You see what they say? I will email y'all. Yeah. So yeah. If you visit the African continent, make sure you bring extra money so you can get to a tailor and have somebody hook you up with some outfits, because the outfits that I had made over here would have cost me probably about $200. Over there, I could pretty much have it made for about between $35 and $55. Tailor made. Okay? The exact styles I want, you can go to Etsy, or you can go to Google Images, and you can type in African attire design ideas, and then you can go there to the district in these particular countries and grab you some fabric, take it to the table, and pay, if you don't mind, paying a premium so you can have your stuff expedited. You know, that's usually what I do. But when my guys see me 2-3 days, boom, he knock out about 3 outfits for me. And so I get basically 3 outfits for the price of 1. And I mean, all my stuff be fly. I know it be fly because when I wear it, when I'm over there, boy, people be complimenting me and what a lot of brothers, continental brothers and sisters, this is what they say. Hey, I like your style. I like your style. And I'd be like, hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Because some of the fits that they see me wearing, they don't really see too many other people wearing. What up, Susan? Hey, how you doing? I see you. I'm out here rolling in Florida. We got me and Go Black in the same state at the same time. Go figure. It is what it is. You know, we get around, baby. We get around. We all around this world. You know what I mean? Ain't no stopping this show, people. Ain't no stopping this show. Okay? We see the West is falling apart at the seams, right? And it's due to outside influence and inside collaborators, right? So the African continent looks very promising. I would gladly give up some of these modern conveniences that I have grown accustomed to for some just straight up raw freedom. I ain't gonna even lie. I done got to the point where I'm almost at the point where I want to say, you know what? I'll go down to the stream like the rest of the brothers and sisters with a 5-gallon bucket on my head. I would go down to the stream like the rest of the brothers and sisters with a 5-gallon bucket on my head to get water if I have to. You dig? And I'll dig a hole because we don't have septic. I would dig a hole, you know, or build me an outhouse. Sure will, and turn that mess into fertilizer because I've been watching some of them channels where they deal with the composting. I can do some composting over there. Go down to the stream like the rest of the brothers and sisters. Give me some water, wash my clothes, take my bath. At least I'll be free. Sure will. And go swimming in there. No, I can't swim. I guess I would go sinking. Because y'all know I can't swim, so I go sinking in a minute. But at least I'll be free. Wait till you see my post. It's gorgeous. That's what's up. That's what's up. At least you will be free. That's how I'm looking at things, people, because the West is getting too crazy. Too crazy. And they're not going to be satisfied until they turn this into a communist nation. And that's what we're on the path to becoming. I know some people may not believe, you know, some people don't really do their research. They don't really, you know, study what's going on in the government because a lot of folks don't even pay attention to politics and all that type of stuff because they feel like there's nothing they can do. Well, it may be true, but it is some things you can do, right? You got a lot of countries in Africa that will gladly take you, especially with your skill set. Whatever skill set you have, you guys, a lot of you guys have been to college, a lot of you guys have worked at jobs for umpteen years. You have all different type of hobbies. A lot of you guys got IQs off the charts. You got a lot of know-how. Guess what? We got a place where you can put all that good brain power, right, to good use. And start from the grassroots. Crime level. Off the chart in the U.S. Absolutely, because the police is just like, forget this mess. You know what I mean? Police is like, man, shit, y'all ain't paying me enough to take a bullet in a noodle. You know what I mean? But these dudes out here just they just buck wild. And that's another thing. We gotta, worry about all the other nations that hate on us because, we got melanin in our skin. Then we got the folks that look like us that, is in the way of black empowerment. You can't force people to be unified. So I was looking at the Bag family, they were saying, we probably not going to be able to get a unified front of a critical mass of people that look like us together so we can go and really do some things on the African continent. So what we're going to have to do, and I agree with what Mr. Ricky said, we're just going to have to get together, small pockets, where a small group of us that can get along, can see eye to eye, that move into certain African nations and move around one another and become neighbors, and we're going to watch each other back and help each other grow. That's what I think is going to be the ultimate and where this movement is really headed. Because to be able to get large numbers of us together, it's going to be, man, it's going to be like pulling teeth. Okay? It's going to be like pulling teeth, people. So I'm of the mindset now, we just need just small pockets of people that think alike, that can work together, that can get along, that we can put our collective brain power, skill level, and resources, whatever resources we have together, and move to the African continent and just be free. And just let the West implode. I think that's pretty much where we headed. Stay around each other. Exactly. Because me and you spoke about this, Mr. Lawton, right? To me, it makes a lot of sense. We go over there, we got our brothers and sisters, our continental brothers and sisters. Unbeknownst to ourselves, we don't realize that we didn't grow so accustomed to these conveniences in this country, to when we go to the African continents, certain things that we say and certain ways that we act, we gonna come off as being white people to our continental brothers and sisters. And we don't mean it, right? And we probably don't even realize that we're doing it. But that's what you're gonna see. Right? And because of that, some people might take that, take offense to that. They don't quite understand a lot of them don't, may not quite understand what we went through over here in this country. And the fight that we had to go through to keep these folks from over here from exterminating us. And so we might take offense to being called these type of names. They take offense to some of the things that we do because it seemed like and mimics what they've seen the Albinoid devils do. So that's why they call us that. So we got just a miscommunication on both sides. And it's going to take time for us to weed out those miscommunications and really get to learning about each other again. And for us, our task is going to be to inundate ourselves with the culture, language, and the customs, right? At the same time, once we learn the language pretty well, so we can start telling our story of what took place here in Americas and what was all involved for us not to be exterminated here. And we have to tell those stories on the African continent. And I think maybe we need to get together once we start going over there and do story time. We go to the village and we come up with story times around some of the massacres and some of the slave revolts that took place in this country. And maybe we could go throughout the country and do story time, so we can tell it in that way. Must feel bad to need American dollars. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go with the police video. He didn't figure out a way to come back into the world. Must be bad. Well, I don't know about that, man. If you go out here and work an honest living and you make American dollars, what is wrong with that? If you're not robbing banks and you're not knocking over liquor stores and you're making a honest living because you actually enjoy working and you're a responsible adult and you participate in the tax system, right? What's wrong with American dollars? And some of the things that these people try to come in to diffuse the conversation are basically juvenile at best. Basically juvenile. You know, it's a bunch of channels that they could go and play with. You know, where guys are talking crazy, you know, they're not really on nothing. There's plenty of places to go, but you know, they want to come in circles where they know people are doing constructive things and try to disrupt that with their juvenile behavior, right? They can't come into these spaces and just listen and take notes and soak up game. They got to come and try to, you dig, disrupt any constructive instructions. But I get it. I get it. I know I respect your channel. Don't understand why you just leave. Don't understand why you just leave. I don't get what you're saying, but like I said, you know, you gotta give people credit. I know you be hating to give people credit. I understand. You know what I mean? But you gotta keep in mind, we've been in this country for 400 years, right? We didn't went to the best schools. We didn't help with the infrastructure. We work at some of the best institutions. We work at the Fortune 1000 companies. We pay taxes. We got homes with property values. We got businesses. You know, I don't get why people come to these spaces with all this juvenile stuff. I don't get it. It's bizarre, you know, and it's only based off of the fact, I think, it's because we have melanin in our skin and other folks don't. So it's some type of below the surface jealousy, I think. Yeah, it's just a low level of jealousy because people have melanin in their skin, not knowing that we are evolved people. We've been in this country for this long. We respect the laws, right? We pay our taxes. We go to the universities. We actually study our butts off. We get good grades. We come out into the work world. We get a job. Somebody comes on the channel and says, it must be bad, it must, whatever, to beat American dollars. It's like, you can't be serious, right? Is that supposed to be a legitimate statement? We got passports. We fly throughout the we're in many countries throughout the world, right? It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. What is it about? At the same time, the West is falling apart. If people are still want to carry on race issues, but the country's falling apart, we got 7% inflation, right? With the dollar on the verge of collapse. We probably you have citizenship. Why don't you leave if the country is so bad? I plan to leave. That's the thing. We're talking about leaving. We need money to, no matter what. Exactly, we're gonna need money no matter what continent we live on. And then a lot of us will leave. But the thing that a lot of people don't understand, that you can have citizenship, dual citizenship, in multiple nations around the planet. So you're saying when you see multinational corporations go to other countries and start franchises of their company or use those other companies as base of operations, they still have their operations in America. They still getting the American dollar, but yet you'll never say nothing about that. You know what I mean? I go to the African nations, I go to Europe, right? I done been down to the Caribbean, right? I see Pepsi everywhere. I see Coca-Cola everywhere, right? I see a lot of American products and American goods, right, in various nations. But only when it comes to the melanated black man, you can't talk about the problems of a nation. You're supposed to just be quiet and just endure. Exactly. We see Ford, we see Chevrolet, we see a whole lot of companies in all these places. And what we're saying is we have the right up under the law to have multiple citizenships in various nations, and we can also do business in multiple nations. So, and that's under the law. So I don't get it. You got Europeans come here, right? You got Beck's and you got, you know, all these different breweries that come from Germany. They come here and brew their liquor, brew their beer, and sell it in America, and they sell it across the world. But that's acceptable. It's only when the melanated man starts speaking and doing that people have a problem with it. You can't make this stuff up, guys. You just can't. Yeah, unfortunately, bro, I'm back. I'm back in the divided snakes of America. Yes, that's my term. You know, stop weaponizing Africa. We can't eat air. That's right. We still need money no matter where we are. And the fact is, the way the global economy would, quote unquote, for lack of a better term, global citizens. Ain't that what they say? I don't necessarily use that term, but let's just say, for argument's sake, let's use that term. We're global citizens. So we can have multiple citizenships around the world, and we can have multiple business ventures on various different continents around the world and still have base operations wherever we choose up under the law. And just because people don't like it, so what? Nobody really care what you like. Nobody really care what you think, because you don't say that when it comes to other people doing the exact same thing. Doing the exact same thing. When I go traveling, I see people from around the world with businesses in various countries that they are not necessarily born in. And they go to these different countries for business opportunities. And I don't knock nobody's hustle. See, that's the difference between real men and men who are fake. And children, basically. Because most people act like children. They do this all over the planet. Now, the only time you got something to say is when it's a melanated man or woman. It's crazy. What's up from Philly? I see you. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. December 5th. Got my citizenship. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, we had a hiccup in ours because the president wasn't available for our people to get theirs, but their passports got printed out, and so they're gonna have we came up with a way to make sure that they get theirs, because the president had to reschedule some stuff. So we're looking to do some new things, which I'm glad. I'm glad that we was able to really see and work through if the president has to cancel because of conflicts in his schedule. So I don't know if we're going to be able to bring you that footage, because I probably won't be able to make it to the ceremony It looks like it's probably going to be in D.C. at the embassy in D.C. But I probably won't be able to film it because I'm going to be on the road, probably trying to get this money. But I'm glad that we've been able to work out a solution. So in the future, when the president has a scheduled the schedule conflicts, and we're able to work through things to still get things done. So I'm loving that. But shout out to all my people. You know, I'm glad that they went over. I'm glad they going to get their citizenship. It's a beautiful thing. Oh man, I'm on the road again. What did it say, brother? Keep trucking. Yeah, man, I ain't finna give up this trucking. This trucking money is too good. You know, I'm good at it. Right? I'm cautious. I make good decisions. I know my routes pretty well. Right? I'm on time. I'm consistent. I'm an asset to my company. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm an asset to my company. I'm a top producer. And people want you to feel bad when you have put the work in, you have put the effort in to make yourself a top producer where companies actually rely on you and they compensate you accordingly. And people want you to feel bad for that. People out of their damn minds. People out of their minds. We are global citizens because this is the world that they're building. They try to exclude people that look like us out of it. Now people might say, oh man, that ain't true. They're not trying to keep you out of there. Well, they're not trying to open up the floodgates and let you in necessarily. You know, we still got a problem with getting access to capital. In order to do some of the capital improvements we would like to see in the motherland, we need access to plenty of capital. You can't go to no venture capitalists here in the divided snakes and tell them that you need, you know, I need $10 million for a capital improvement project in Africa. They're going to probably laugh you up out of there. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, there might be some companies and some individuals out there that might be willing to invest. But, you know, most of the people that I see over there, as far as different nations in the African continent, they over there to sell something, right? They're not necessarily over there to just make capital improvements. They're over there to sell something. They're over there to market some type of product that they're producing in the West, right? And they want to produce it or sell it on the African continent, and they want to help their bottom line. I have no problem with that. I don't knock another man's hustle. That's juvenile to think that way. They're willing to go over there, scout out the market, do the market research, right? Do the demographics, right? Do a cost analysis, and they determine that the product will serve them well if they sold it on the African continent, and they do that, then who am I to say anything? If the people buy into that product because that product is taking care of a need and they get the benefit from it and it's at a good cost, who am I to say something? I'm not into tearing down other men's hustles or other women's hustles. That's juvenile. That's thinking like a child. I don't think that way. Now, what we have to do as a melanated group of people is we got to go back to our motherland and we got to compete with our widget, with our particular project, with our particular what I want to say, product or service. And we're going to have to just compete and let the best man or woman win. That's the way I see things. I'm all about competition. I don't have no problem with the Chinese being there. It ain't like they overrunning the Africa. We go there, African travel brother could attest to this, African traveler. How many, we was there 2 weeks, we went through all throughout the country. How many Asian people did you actually see? Can you give people a sense of how many Asian people you saw out of 2 weeks of going throughout the country in Sierra Leone? How many Asian people did you see? So we can start getting rid of some of these false narratives about the Asians just taking over the whole continent. This is literally loud. Give us a minute, give us a minute. He said, I saw 2 on the boat and 5 whites. And he was there, we were there for 2 whole weeks in the city and in the provinces. But let everybody else tell it. They overrunning, they just taking over the whole country. This shit is laughable. They are not taking over the country. You see a few of them, and they're there doing business. You go there, and we can set up shop and compete against them. Guarantee you that we're going to provide a better service because we have a natural concern for our brothers and sisters, and we can see what they need, right? Right price, Lebanese and Europeans, French, whoever, will have to just straight up compete. And let's see them actually compete with us. Mano a mano in business when we have a natural love for the people and for the continent. They going there just strictly for business and economic purposes. We're going there but we gotta have I welcome that challenge, but we can't let people shame us because that's all they come with. They come with shaming tactics. They try to shame us for what other people do around the world, do it every day, consistently, and nobody says nothing when other people do it. It's only when the melanated man and woman decide that they want to participate in the global economic. You don't see those folks coming in to our spaces trying to congratulate us, trying to root us on, give us pep talk. It's kind of old. I'm past it. I've been to the African continent all up. 70-year-old. Yeah. You know, we have people want to go there and help Mother Africa with infrastructure. We got to go there with our ideas and help with tourism. Right? Their versions of hotels and our version of hotels, the different levels of accommodations, it's not the same. If you look at a 4-star hotel here in the Divided Snakes, and you look at a 4-star hotel in Africa, it's going to be a difference. Their level of 4-star and our level of 4-star here is totally different. Totally different. Their hospitality and skills, I would say, are a different level. See, they don't go to school. A lot of people here go to school for those particular industries, tourism and hospitality. Over there, they don't do that per se. So this will be some things that we can offer. You know, we can offer these type of things, a different level of service, a different level of skill set. We can take some of the same accommodations that we have grown accustomed to here in the West, and we can take them to the African continent, and we can build and we can set up services to that degree. But we don't have to charge those same prices and show our continental brothers and sisters a different level of service, a different level of salesmanship, right? But we have to do that. seems like a lot of people go there with the mindset that it's supposed to already be there. Where if we haven't went over there and built it and haven't established it, why do we expect it to be there already? And then when you start telling people that we should come over and build it, you start getting a lot of pushback, because now you're asking somebody to actually do some work. You know, complaining is a lot easier. Complaining is a lot easier than actually rolling up your sleeve and do something about the thing that you're complaining about. So if you have a problem with the way food is made, let's give it an illustration. So if you have a problem with the way food is being prepared, then maybe you should go there and set up a school for sanitation, and then set up a culinary school, and then set up some restaurants. But see, now you're asking people to actually put up their money, put up their time, put up their energy, put up their talent. See, now those are cussing words to a lot of people. You basically cuss them out when you say that. You want me to actually do something? No, I'm cool with just complaining about it. You know what I mean? You start asking people to put up their time, their money, put up their fortune, their treasure, right? And put up your most valuable commodity, which is time. You start asking people to put that up, boy, you get all kind of pushbacks. You get all kind of arrows, you know? Yeah, you ask them to open up that pocketbook, you know, open up that coin purse and put your money where your mouth is, the things that you see, that you feel that should be better, or can be operated, or that can function better. How about you open up that purse, right? Loosen up them purse strings and make it happen. Show our continental brothers and sisters, show them the way. See, now you start cussing people out. See, this is how you make enemies, people. You make enemies when you start asking people to actually do something. You know what I mean? I'm more to the fact that, hey, let's do something, guys. You know, I can't do a whole lot by myself, but 4 or 5 of us together, working in tangent with a common goal, everybody doing their part, we can get to wherever we're trying, destination, a lot faster. And we can put in those parameters where we can have the different level of service, the different level of craftsmanship, the different level of courteousness, you know, being punctual. That's another thing that our brothers and sisters have to work on the African continent when it comes to being punctual. You know, the level of service is not the same, because, you know, over there they just got a laid back disposition. So you feel like you ask for a bottle of water, you'll get it. You won't get it in the next 5 minutes though. You'll get it. That person, that server will walk past you 7 times, and you be looking at the person like, hey man, where's the water at? And they be looking at you like, I'm gonna bring it. 1 minute. That 1 minute actually means 6 minutes. You know, when I'm thinking like, well, they was right near the water, why they just didn't grab it? Since they walked past me 6 times and just put it in my hand, and I'll be out their hair. That's not how our brothers operate there. Okay, so since we have a certain level of expectations when it comes to things like that, then we need to repatriate to an African nation, set up our restaurant, employ these individuals, and show them a different level of service. Exactly. They're not thirsty, you are. Exactly. They are not in. You talking about CP time? Welcome to Georgia. You did. I'm in Georgia. Just crossed over, guys. See the sign? See if y'all can see it. It's kind of blurry. Welcome to Georgia. I'm in the Peach State. Slow down. Say 60 miles an hour. Slow down. Going 70. All right. Going 60 now. But yeah, that's what we got to do, people. But overall, man, it was a great trip. People learned a lot about their heritage. We had a chance to meet with the Timony people. We had a chance to meet with the Mendes. We was able to go out to Bo. We was able to go out to Kimina. I can't never say that right. Kenny. And of course, we stayed in Freetown. We went shopping at Big Market. I ain't want to come back. I ain't gonna even lie. I was, I got a chance to really spend some time, met me a nice young lady, and I ain't want to come back. I ain't even gonna lie. She didn't want me to leave. I didn't want to leave, And that's another thing, our people don't hold no real, hatred for us. You might get a few people that might be a little envious because they feel that we're privileged, but that's not the vast majority. You get a few outliers that feel that way, but majority of the people love to see us come back, proud of us. They congratulate us that we, throughout all the propaganda that we've been subjected to, out of all of the whole slavery, the Jim Crow, the segregation, the lynchings, redlining, go down the list, that we have still saw our way through propaganda, and to see and take the time to figure out to the best of our ability where we come from on the African continent, and have put forth the effort to actually come back. A lot of people over there are simply amazed and super proud of us. I could not begin to tell you guys how it will bring water to my eyes to hear people tell me how proud they are of me. I am proud of you, brother. When I tell them my story and why I'm there, they are simply amazed. And the fact that I've traced it to the Mende people and the particular land that possibly my great ancestor came from, people are literally just beside themselves. They're like, man, you need to write a story. You need to do a book. One lady said, I need to do a documentary. I need to do a movie. This is just fascinating, because a lot of people still are discovering that we're coming back. Everybody don't really know that we're coming back. Everybody didn't get the memo. No speed. Nah, of course I ain't got no governor, man. What kind of, hey, this is go ham, fam. I go ham. I could go 100 in this bad boy. You dig? I don't know. I don't, because I respect my license, but no governor on this bad boy, on this Peterbilt. No governor. And believe me, when you got a governor, boy, that's like having handcuffs on. Trying to eat a meal with handcuffs on, because boy, you try to get around some of these slow drivers, and you got a governor, it take you 10 miles to get around somebody. So man, I can get around people quick now, but I still try to maintain a good speed, so I don't have to worry about getting no tickets. Speeding is a killer for CDL holders. And I respect my license. I've only got one speeding warning in my 12 years of driving trucks. So I plan that to be the last time I do that. So I keep my speed within reason. Yeah, now I'm going 71. The speed limit is 70 here in Georgia. They don't usually bother you until you're going about 60 They don't bother you till you go at about 6 over. So if I was going like 65, yeah, I could expect to get stopped. 60, I'm sorry, 76. If I was going 76, then I could expect to get stopped. But the fact that I go only 71, maybe 72, if most of the traffic is going 70 and I'm going 71, I would be able to pretty much go around people and stay like I am now with nobody really in front of me. That's how I like to be. Least amount of traffic that's around you, now you eliminate a lot of the possibilities of you being in an accident or something. But anyway, yeah, people. So for you guys that haven't been to the African continent yet, we're getting ready to go back in April. I'm working on my promotional stuff now. I got to get my flyer together. I got to do a new commercial and start promoting it. But we're going, I think it's around the 18th of April. And we're somewhere like that, 18th. Let's see, 18th. I look at the exact date, but it's somewhere around the 18th, 19th, and we're coming back May 5th. So you folks who haven't did your DNA ancestry yet, shame on you. Shame on you. You should have done it by now. You should have done it by now. So there are starting to accept 23andMe. So you guys can do 23andMe or you can do African ancestry. I say do both. Because if you come back to any connection to the tribe, the 16 tribes that's in Sierra Leone, you will qualify. Right? That's the fact that, also if you're not a escapee from prison or anything, because you got to be able to pass the background check, which most people do, that's in these spaces. But come on back and let's reunite with your people and repatriate you to the African continent. So right now, Sierra Leone is the only country offering such a deal. I want to go December trip between. That's fine. Norway the Great, you can do that. Hope you did your ancestry. Do 23andMe and do. I'm probably looking to go to Cameroon. God willing, Susan. Probably 2023 sometime, because this year is already mapped out. So my plans for this year is April, Sierra Leone with a new group. August, Nigeria with Brother Dynas. Me and Dynas gonna be together. I already sent in my deposit. We've already talked on the phone. I am officially going in August with him. And then December, we'll be back in Sierra Leone again. And then I think I'm gonna stay an extra week. And I'm gonna make sure the tour members that attend the December trip, make sure I see them off at the airport. And then me and my son, we're going to take a flight over to Ghana. We're going to stay in Ghana for a week so I can go look at the land there. You all know I got a lot at the Black Star Repatriation community. Actually, I got 2 lots. So I bought one for me and one for my son. So I was going to go before, but I said, no, let me wait till he's here. Right? And we're going to go look at the land, visit with the people who's there. All right, sir. I'll try to call you in the morning. I'm going to try to have lunch or breakfast tomorrow. So we'll do an interview tomorrow, Ms. Hoffman. So yeah, we want to go there in December, actually January, to look at the land, meet with the brothers and sisters that's already got property built on the property, on the land, and then I want to meet with the developer I've been scouting out. So that's the plan. So I want to look at what we can do in Cameroon 2023, because I think Susan came back to Cameroon, I came back, my son came back, sister Maya in Baltimore, she came back, her son, 2 sons I think, Go Black, and my man Baye, who went to Tanzania with me. All of us came back on our father's side to Cameroon. So Sister Maya went there, and I think 2020. So I'm gonna give her a call, and she has a YouTube channel as well. So I've already talked to her about her interviewing me. So I'm gonna make that happen here in the next few weeks. And so I'll be over there on her channel, and we'll get a chance to, she'll probably get a chance to ask me about Sierra Leone, and then it'll give me a chance to ask her about Cameroon, and then maybe we could go through her contacts that she used to go to Cameroon, and then maybe we can put together a tour that all of us can go, you know. That's what I would like to see. But, you know, we'll play it by ear. You know, it's kind of hard to get black folks together to do something. So, you know, hopefully the fact that we all have discovered the fact that we have lineage and a connection to Sierra Leone, to Cameroon, that would be what we need to bring us together, so we can try to book a tour so we can all go together. So I think that would be a phenomenal trip. We can get all us together, because we've all been in the same circles. Sister Mahat been on a tour to Ghana with Bomani. Go Black been to a trip with Bomani to there, and so have I, so has Susan, so has Baye. So we've all been on tours together, maybe not at the same time, but one thing that we do have in common is Bomani, right? So I think it would be nice if we can all get together and go as a group, which would be nice. So let's put that out there in the universe, and maybe we'll be able to make that happen. So, but that's the plan at this point. Because right now, Sierra Leone to me is the best thing going. It's the best thing going, baby. Because out of all the countries, this is the one you can show the DNA match with any of the 16 tribes, and you come over, and if you brought over by a tour group, and you go through the things that they want you to go through there, and you put in the paperwork, you can get citizenship and meet your people and know where your people came from. It's a beautiful thing, guys. Like I say, we could probably go to any African nation, any Western African nation at this point, but why not go back to the place where you have a direct connect? You know the ancestors are smiling down from the heavens on your efforts. They probably never thought that this was possible. You know, even when Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey was alive, he had a noble mission. You know? And now here we are, all these years later, and we are really making it happen. Now, we're not doing it on the scale of a UNIA, but it's enough of us, and when we look up, it's going to be literally thousands. I know at some point, people, we got to expect the Albinoid devils to try to put a stop to it. You know how they do. When they see the grassroots and what we're doing, they always try to stop us. Y'all know that, right? They have a history. So I'm not just blowing smoke. I'm telling you all the truth. Anytime we do something, they always come up with a way to sabotage. And y'all know that to be true. Y'all know it. So you all better take heed, and you better do what you can to make sure that you can leave yourself out. That's one of the things they talk about in trucking. They call it GOAL. GOAL. Right? Get out and look. That's what it means. Get out and look. So now that we know, right, that these are the things that they do from history, and now we all making this move. We all starting to see the writing on the wall. We starting to see the demise of the West. And we don't want to be around here for that. You know, can you blame us? You can't blame us for wanting to be around here for the West, because we didn't put ourselves in this predicament. They've been doing their level best to keep us out of the financial arena in this country. Can you blame us for wanting to get out? We didn't put the country in this disarray. Alright. How was you all? I ain't even seen no you all. I'm so busy. You all, they probably don't care, and they probably don't have a CDL Class A license. So they don't care about a ticket. I do. My driving is contingent upon my livelihood, so I have to protect it at all costs. So I have to drive the speed limit. I can't just get out here and just drive buck wild just because I can. So the U-Haul was cooking me. Hey, they could have it. They could have that ticket too. You know, it's dark, and when it's dark, like the police be hiding out here with their lights off and stuff. So you never know what it is. So it's best just to drive the speed limit. I got the cruise on 71. That's what I'm gonna stay at. I ain't trying to catch no freaking tickets. I need my money so I can take over to the African continent so we can build up Mama Africa. Shoot, I can't be afforded to get these devils none of my money. Shoot, I'm not in a hurry to go nowhere. I already delivered the load. I'm empty. Ain't nothing in the trailer. It's empty, so it's really light. And I'm not in a big hurry to get back. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get to Atlanta so I can have lunch or have breakfast with Mr. Lofton tomorrow in Atlanta. And I'll probably go have lunch with Bo Money. Since I'm gonna be in town, they stay right by each other, and where I be parking my truck at in Atlanta, they really like less than 4 miles away. So I have them come get me, and we'll get some content for the channel. We'll capture Mr. Lofton's opinions and his experience his first time being on the African continent and becoming a Sierra Leonean citizen. You did. And it's too funny, I know, right? So also I'm advising some of the other folks who was basically naysayers for whatever reason. I don't know what their reasoning is. If I got mine, I mean, why wouldn't you at least explore the opportunity to get yours? Because, like I said, we know these albinoids eventually going to try to stop us. Eventually they're going to try to stop us. I don't know how they plan to do it and what shenanigans they're going to pull out of their sleeve, but I feel at some point they will try. But for all the folks who are wise, can get them a way out, to get themselves a way out, you better do it now. And I think this year is going to be a real barn burner of a year. Looking at the midterm elections, right? In November. November. So I feel that we're going to see all kind of chicanery and shenanigans, right, going on when it gets out of this first quarter. I've been hearing rumblings of we might be picking a fight with Russia on the Ukrainian border. We still got remnants of the, you know, the unicorn and the cold beer flu. We got some places shut down, some places is not. We got all kind of buffoonery going on around this freaking country at this present time. We got the Supreme Court putting a halt to the mandate, right? Because OSHA doesn't have that power, nor does the buffoon in chief, Jim Crow Joe. He don't have the authority to mandate nothing, you know. And there's no slight on the people who decided to do it. It's just that don't force me, especially if it's against the Constitution. What happened to that? Y'all don't believe in that no more? Oh yeah, then we got the food shortages, right? We got holding up the containers at the port there in Long Beach. All kind of chicanery going on. So I would advise people to get y'all heads out of the sand, and y'all better take advantage of this going back to Africa movement, and you better approach it with some sincerity, right? And some truth. This might be the thing we need to freaking save our freaking hides. Because I'm not one that want to go down with the albinoid devil, because a lot of his policies, foreign and domestic, I really didn't sign on to this. You know, they got me under duress. You know what I mean? So I don't want to go down with the ship. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I'm finna start putting forth some real effort to get up out of here. Like I said, right now, I'm trying to focus on the tourism side, help you all get up out of here. My friend in the U.S. was excited to get an order for free. Really? Man, they can keep them. I don't want no home tests. I saw a few videos, Nora the Great, where somebody was testing tap water, and it came back positive. So I'm not really testing the home kit. Now I go to a place and let them, you know, violate my nostrils. I let them have their way with my nostrils, because so far I've had at least 25, maybe even 30 COVID tests, and I've turned out 30 negative tests over the last 2 years. So I tend to want to trust that based off of my own freaking life experience. Yeah, but you know, that free COVID test is the DNA grab and works. Yeah, that's true. Plus, you know, well, like I say, if you quit your job because you don't want to do something that's experimental and ultimately unconstitutional, then you should be trying to develop your own income. So you should already be working on some type of income, some type of business, something of your own anyway, outside of your 9 to 5, you know? You should be doing it. Like I said, in my case, Me and my manager, we talked about this when I got back, and he said, you know, this, that, and the other company try to regulate that stuff. Would I stay? And I told him no. Exactly. I just took about 5 of them, 6 or 7 of them, just kept going and coming back. Well, the difference is I test negative on multiple continents. So I have to go with that life experience. Observable reality. Okay? I test negative in America. I took 3 tests before I left. And then I took 2 when I got to Sierra Leone. So that's 5. And I took 1 when I left. All negative. So I took tests on 2 different continents. So I tend to believe that. Observable reality. Now, how can I refute what I've experienced on 2 different continents?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
I hate those. Yeah, I hate them too, but it's a necessary evil. It is, because I'm refusing to squirt. I'm not taking the squirt. Simple as that. What you gotta do, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do if you want to travel. Like I said. But yeah, people, take advantage of this movement while you got a chance and start developing networks so we can get ourselves a way up out of here. And they got Cook County down here in Georgia. Syria, exactly. That's not Syria, that's a freaking GPS. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I guess she heard me talking, now she got to throw her 2 cents in. Shut up, GPS. Canadians in the U.S. Canada. Yeah. Well, I don't go to Canada, so my little situation, you know, my background keeps me from going to Canada, so I don't get to go to Canada. So my job is the lower 48. And right now, I go to the South more. So I don't go to Canada. Nope, don't go to Canada. And now that they didn't put the injunction, they put the what they call it, the stay. They put a stay. The Supreme Court put a stay on the mandate, so they can't keep pushing it down our throats now until they hear all the facts. So the government got to come and talk their mess and da-da-da-da. But ultimately, I don't think it's going to stand, because too many people is being affected by this, and enough of the albinoid devils are starting to push back. And that's what I've been waiting on. You know, we need them to wake up. Y'all need to wake up from this American nightmare. The American dream is gone, guys. Y'all American dream is gone. Y'all better wake up. It's an American nightmare now. The country's been hijacked by people that look like y'all. Y'all better do something about them. You can't expect us to do nothing about it. Y'all been keeping us out of the system. And putting up all kind of roadblocks and detours and dead ends and all kind of stuff to keep us out of the system economically. And you all have benefited, and now they getting ready to break y'all over the coals. Y'all better stand up. They better stand up, take their country back. That way it give us a little bit more time to get our ducks in a row, people, so we can get the heck up out of here. Because I've seen the light. I've seen the light. You know what I mean? It's cool having all these little conveniences and this and that, but guess what? I can live without them. You know? Give me some land, Mama Salone, dig me a borehole for about $1,500, where I have access to clean drinking water. Throw my containers on that land and bring me some solar panels, and I'll get a wind turbine as well, right? And I'll put a generator, and I'll probably go on the grid just for good measure. So I'll never be without power. I'll run up a really tall antenna so I can have access to Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna be over there in the bush with my land, growing every conceivable fruit, herb, vegetable on planet Earth. And I'm gonna blog all that for y'all to see. And hopefully you all will donate to the cause. So when you decide to visit me in Sierra Leone, I have some decent accommodations for y'all. We're gonna go down and pick our food right out of the farm, wash it, cut it up, cook it, and sit there and just reminisce on how we was able to escape the divided snakes. Sit there and talk about our ancestors. Yes, and praise them for being the stalwarts that they were and surviving the African Holocaust. We need to pay homage to that. And what better way to pay homage to our African ancestors who survived that than to be on the African continent and giving them praise. Man, you can't write a better story, people. Then eventually we need to put a book and a movie and a documentary and a play. We can put a play together and travel throughout the African nations only doing it. We ain't got to go to the West. We can do African story time. We can talk about all our great freedom fighters. Man, y'all better stop messing with me. I don't know if that's the same U-Haul. Yeah, it might be. They driving slow now because I'm driving 70. You know, doggone U-Haul, that's somebody with moving their furniture. You know? But yeah, I see it up there. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing, guys. As long as we got access to power, you got access to water, and you can grow your food. And I watched this one guy, I think it was Nora? No, that wasn't Nora. It might have been Sweet Berry. I think I turned Sweet Berry on to a white guy in Arizona. He had an acre of land, and he said if you structure your land properly, where certain crops are harvested, something else goes right in the ground right behind it. If you do it right, he said it's enough, if you put enough organization into an acre of land, it's enough on an acre that you can feed up to 10,000 people with just 1 acre. Now, you know me, I'm trying to go all out, guys. I want at least 500. You know what I mean? I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get it. That's what I want. And you figure with 500 acres, so you're talking, what's that? Somebody do the math. Do the math for me, Susan. What is that? Sweet Berry, somebody do the math for me. So if it's 10,000, if I do it right with an acre, how much is it if I had 500 acres? Is that 500,000 or is that 5 million? 500,000? I think it's 500,000. Yeah, I think it's 500,000, I believe. 50,000? No, that's more than 50,000. So it's 10,000 with 1 acre, Susan. So if I got 500 acres, oh, it's more than 50,000. It's either 500,000 or 5 million. I can't get my math right now because I'm driving. 500 acres. Yeah, 500 acres. Let's say we feed 10,000 people per acre. So 10,000 times 5,000. That's the equation. Now how much is that? Is that 50? Is that 500 or 5 million? 500,000. Okay, there you go. Thank you, Lord the Great. I knew it was 5. Hey, hey, my math is kind of rusty, but I knew I was close. I knew it was either 500 or 5 million. So 500,000 people I could feed. Yeah, there you go. Appreciate that, y'all. 500,000 people you could feed with 500 acres. That is a lot. And so what I would do is, you know me, I love my fruits and vegetables, so I'll be out there just smacking and just having a great old time, right? Just happy. You count money better? Hey, that's what's up. I'll be out there just smacking and eating and just having a good old time. Probably set up a little farmer's market, sell stuff on the side of the road, and then I would have a restaurant, right? Go to the university and get some real culinary geniuses, masters, bring them in and get them the recipe, bring recipe books from all over the world, and we're gonna have the best food on earth in Sierra Leone in my restaurant. And I'm gonna give you so much, I'm gonna bust your gut for a little or nothing. Because if I can grow that much food, and then we can donate some to some of the orphanages or some of the places that need a little help, like some of the schools. I have enough for me and my family, enough to put at the farmer's market, and enough to go in the restaurant. That's what I'm gonna try to set up, people. I ain't got time to wait for America to fall and we stuck over here, stuck like Chuck. No, I'm not trying to be stuck, guys. I'm trying to be ahead of the collapse, ahead of the implosion. I'm trying to be ahead of it. You know, they might come out with something more deadly than the unicorn and the delta and the COVID flu. They may come out with something even more deadly. So I'm out of here as soon as I get opportunity. So I advise people to do the ancestry who hasn't done it. Try 23andMe as well, guys. Sierra Leone is accepting that as well, so let's try 23andMe as well. I know I've had one person that I know of that did 23andMe, and his was no problem. He got it pushed through. So let's try to use 23andMe. It's a lot cheaper. You get it back a lot faster as well. I think it's about 99 bucks. And you get it back in about 2 to 3 weeks. So we can also use that for people who don't feel comfortable spending $300, try to go ahead and spend the $99 and go through that one, and then try to use that one to bring you in that way. Well, he said 5 million. It might be 5 million, Blair. I don't know. I'm about to get off here and think about it. Make sure everybody right, because now we got conflicting numbers. We got conflicting numbers now, so I don't know. But I know it's going to feed a lot of people. That's all that matters. So I talked to my son today, and he can't wait to go. I talked to him about getting his paperwork, start getting his stuff, documents together, birth certificate, his passport information page, photo ID. Well, that's what, you got 5 million. Well, hey, it is what it is. So, let's put forth some effort, people. Get that DNA done. Just leave yourself a way out. You know, even if you're not ready to just leave the divided snakes because you got too much tied into this. You're heavily invested into the divided snakes. I get it. No, African ancestry is accepted, and 23andMe is also accepted. I know somebody who used them, and he has his citizenship. Okay, so you can use it. I know somebody That is in April when I was back when I was there in April. Taking too long. Yeah, he used it back in April when I was there in April. My man Ty used it, and so we're using that one as well. So let's go with it. It's 99 bucks. Get it back in about 2 or 3 weeks. We'll put it in. Just leave it at that. Yep. He got his. I was there at the ceremony when he got it. Me and him, I don't know if I want a picture with him. I think I got a picture with me and him. I gotta look through all my pictures. I got about 2 million pictures now. So I gotta look through my pictures. I think it's a picture of me and him on a photo that day. I remember taking a picture, but I just gotta remember where is it at. Is it on my camera? Is it on my phone? Which phone is it on? That type of thing. I've talked to him a couple times since we've been back, since April. He's living in Sierra Leone. He's been there for 10 years. You know what I mean? He just never, I don't know why we just don't put the paperwork in and just apply for the stuff. He said he just never did it. Been in the country for 10 years already. He's engaged to get married. What if he got married already? I forgot when he said he was getting married. I met his fiance, beautiful sister. Just gorgeous. He's getting ready to get married to a Mende sister. He came back as a Mende. Got his Mende name. Got his all used 23andMe. He didn't even use African ancestry. So let's just go with it, people. Let's not look a gift horse with a mouth. Let's just go with it. They accepted it. We've been talking to them about that we needed another source, and so they have agreed. So let's just go with it. Run it into the ground until they say otherwise. That's the mind frame I'm from. I even got my son to do 23andMe, so I sent over his results to Queen Mother, and she said, "Yeah, no problem. He good." So go with it, people. Trust me. Trust my word. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I'm taking my son over there with him. I just talked to him today about putting in all this stuff. The application to him, you gotta fill out the application first. Then you gotta start producing your documents. Your birth certificate, information page, your passport, 2 passport photos, your criminal background check, federal and state. 2 reference letters, one for business, right? One for personal, and then your letter of intent, right? When I ran the list down to my son, he said, "Dad, okay, fine. I'll start working on it ASAP." So it's going to be a great father and son trip. Probably the best gift that I could ever give my son. Me and him talked about Africa till he was blue in the face. I could talk about this all day long with no problem, but he was blue in the face. I used to talk about it so much as he was growing up. To the chagrin of my ex-wife, but I wasn't studying what she was talking about. She thought teaching him African history was somehow militant. I'm like, militant? So I'm like, wait a minute, let me get this right. So you need to tell me if Italians in Italy are teaching their students Italian history of what they did back in the Roman Empire days, is that considered militant? My son say no. So if the British were teaching Britain students about the greatness of the British Empire, is that considered militant? He said no. So why is it when a melanated man is teaching his son about African history, who we are definitely descendants of, why is that considered militant? my son said, even as a kid, he's like, yeah, mom don't know what she talking about. So carry on, Dad. He said it's fascinating. So we've been teaching him about African history ever since he was like 6 or 7, all the way up until now. And so this is the greatest gift that I could ever offer to him. To reconnect with your people, to know your heritage. He done did DNA on both sides, mother and father. Okay? And now he gets a chance to reconnect with his people, get to know the story for himself, not what his father's been telling him all these years. He get to see it, live it, taste it for himself, right? And we get to do it together. It's a beautiful thing. He can't wait, and I can't wait. Hey, what up, A.M.? I see you. What's good? Man, it ain't, I don't want to be back, man. Stop. I don't want to be back. I did not want to come back. I'm telling y'all, guys, I did not want to come back to the divided snakes. You know, yeah, it's a beautiful thing, Susan. My son can't wait. You know, he's done everything I told him. He's been a good son. You know, he's been 5 years in the Navy, finna get out, process out. Like, man, we finna get you in the trucking business with your dad. We finna make this big long truck driving money. You did. And we're gonna take that money, we're gonna shake it up, put it together in a hat, and we going over to Mama Salone, and we're gonna grab us about 500 acres. You dig? We finna set this thing up. I'm not playing. Oh, excuse me. And okay, I was there from. Oh, you was there? Oh yeah, you left before I got there because we didn't leave till the 28th. So yeah, you had already left. Yeah, man, I did not want to come back, but you know what? It gave me, it energized me. It gave me some real ideas on what I need to be doing and how I need to be moving over here at the Divided Snakes. So now, with the events that's getting ready to unfold with my son coming back and him getting into the trucking business with me, it's going to increase, right, the pool of money that we're going to have access to in order to buy that land. Plus, the rumor is, I don't know how true it is, the government is recognizing the fact that if we come over, we're basically homeless. Yeah, the whole world needs fixing. I'd rather fix Mama Salone and put my efforts and my talents and my time and my money, my treasure over there, where I have some level of freedom and be amongst my people. I don't care. I'll help fix it. I'm willing to roll up my sleeve and do whatever it takes until the Most High call me home. I look at this as a very good, lofty endeavor, right? This gives your life meaning. You can affect a lot of people's lives, right? You can actually leave a legacy, right? You can build generational wealth, right? You can correct the historical wrong that was perpetrated against African people, i.e. the slave trade. This move is creating a lot of benefits for us, for people who can actually see through all the fog. See, I don't let that stuff bother me. I like the fact that we got to go over there and do some freaking work. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not afraid of work. And when people see you doing work and see progress happening, people want to participate. They want to get behind you. They want to help. They want to see you win. That's the type of energy I want to foster on the African continent. Because all the countries I went to, I ain't seen no level so far of all the places I've been where they didn't need fixing. That dude there, he speaks. See how fast he came up? This L.J. Rogers trailer. He came out of nowhere like a bullet. That's true, we need help, but not from the so-called investors. They don't invest. They're exploiting. Exactly. But you know, it is what it is. I ain't worried about that right now. I'm worried about what I can do. You know, things that I can affect, changes that I can implement. You know, in my world, what can I do? That's what I'm gonna focus on what I can do. I'm not gonna focus on what other people are doing and what's happening and all that. I'm gonna focus on what my efforts are, things I can do. Try to bite it off what I can. Everywhere it needs fixed, exactly. But where are you willing to put your blood, sweat, and tears? Exactly. That's what I'm willing to do, Susan. The whole world needs fixing. The whole world is broken. I'm willing to do my fixing time, put all my efforts into doing that on the African continent. Simple. I'm willing to roll up my sleeves, do what I can, right? Provide jobs, to get people a different level of selection. Because if you notice, Susan, we were there, and you may attest to this too, A.M., that the selection of produce and fruits and herbs are lacking. So what if I'm able to introduce that large selection that we have grown accustomed to here in the West, there in that country, to give people the variety that I think that we need? Because really, when you go to any African nation, they only have about maybe 7 to 10 cultural dishes, and they kind of just rotate them out week after week, month after month, year after year. That's it. And they really don't have too much deviation. You know? So I want to be able to bring the people a level of selection that is off of the charts. Every conceivable plant, herb, and fruit, and their subgroups and their sister groups. That's what I would like to do. And if stuff don't sell, we'll donate it to the mosques, to the churches, to the orphanages, to the schools. Right? And we'll prepare certain dishes and we'll give them away for free as samples. Like samples, like when you go to the mall and you got Panda there, or whatever the name of that joint is, and they be like, we want to try the orange chicken, and you want to try this, you want to try that. You take a bite of that stuff, and you order a whole plate. So we'll institute something like that outside of my restaurant. So we'll put it in a central location, because location. And we'll have some greeters out there with plates and stuff, with little toothpicks, and we'll give samples away and let people try this stuff. Well, you ain't tried eggplant. You ain't tried squash. You haven't tried zucchini. You haven't tried, artichokes. So, and I know I done seen some of the Africans, I kind of know brothers and sisters' reaction when you show them something new, and it looks foreign to them. They will not try it just because of the look alone. But then once you get them, if you badger them and get them to go ahead and sample it, then they be like, damn, I never knew what I was missing. That's my experience. Because I used to have a Ghanaian girlfriend, and I would go, when I was in Ghana, I would visit her, and I took what did I take over? I took some some seasonings that they don't really have there, right? And then I took some avocado oil, right? And I took some tortillas, soft tortillas made out of spinach that I got from the health food store. So I got there and I told her that I was gonna make burritos, veggie burritos. So of course, when she seen me making them, the way if I could have took a picture of her face was balled up like a piece of paper. It's like you balled up a piece of paper. That's how her face was looking as she seeing me prepared. And what I did, I made avocado burritos. So I took avocado, right, and I got them like semi kind of hard, just a little bit hard, not really soft. Cut them up, put a little flour and seasoning on it, and I put them in that avocado oil, and I fried them just lightly. They had just a little crust on them, right? Then on the spinach soft shell, I brought over some salsa, put some salsa on there, some lettuce, tomato, red onion, and then I put those avocado on there, rolled them bad boys up and gave them to her. I had to force her to eat it, but when she ate it, she damn near ate the plate. I said, hey, slow down. The plate is not edible. I had to make that dish about 3 more times while I was there. I was there for a week. I had to make that dish 3 times in that week because it was so good. Now just imagine if I did that on a commercial level and shared it with the brothers and sisters. Man, they would go bonkers. And it had no meat in it. And of course, she's a meat eater. Well, guess what? She had me make that dish for 3 times. Or make those burritos for 3 times. And then, the next time I went to Ghana, she wanted me to bring enough ingredients to make some while I was there, and enough ingredients to leave behind so she could make it for herself. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? So I think they are just ignorant of the possibilities of the different arrangements that we can put together, the different combinations of food together. You missed that? I said that she wanted me to bring enough ingredients to make meals the second time I went, and enough ingredients to leave with her so she can make her own vegetarian burritos after I came back to the Divided States. That's how good they were. And of course, I got the recipe off of the University of YouTube. I learned how to make them off YouTube. Okay? This is where I get all my freaking recipes from. So that's why I definitely gotta have some fire Wi-Fi once we over there, because I'm gonna be able to have to show the guys at the university, culinary university, right, the different meal preps, the different type of meal combinations, and things that we can put together so we can share with the people. Like I said, a lot of that we may have to just give away for free in order to get them to see that the food is not going to hurt them, and it's edible, and it's delicious, and it's tasty, that type of thing. Are you sure? What is it? Yeah, I'm sure you could pull this. Please look directly to the top. Negotiation, release diamonds and gold mine. These what the Chinese do. to get off into that link. The rest of the description. Oh, you take your butt, Sweet Berry, to the University of YouTube. We on YouTube. This is why I got out. You type in vegetarian or vegan recipes, right? You can type in vegetarian and vegan recipes using avocados. You will get a slew of videos, probably several thousand of the different combinations of what you can do with an avocado. There you go. That's your culinary institute for free. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how we forget this, people. We're on YouTube. YouTube is the new university. Exactly. YouTube, girl, is the new university. You ain't got to go to school, guys. Anything y'all want to know, somebody then filmed it, categorized it, gave it a proper title, and got it on YouTube for free. Go there, look at their video. You like what they're doing, give them a like, leave a comment. You know, participate in this forum, because why else would people put forth their time, which is the only commodity that we can't recycle or get back, for you to learn some stuff. If y'all don't engage them, don't give them good words of encouragement and help them out. Every time I go watch somebody's stuff, I come right in and like it, whether I like it or not. The fact that they put time and effort into doing something that can possibly I can get something out of, to me, it's only right that I participate. But people that got so sinister and so pompous that you can't even get people to hit the freaking like button, let alone donate some stuff, and you giving up your precious resource that you can't get back, which is time. It's beyond me, people. It's beyond me. But I don't know, maybe I just got a grandiose idea about these type of things. I like it, you know. I've been on YouTube for years. I may not have been as far as the content creator side of the game, but as far as a watcher, as a spectator, as a viewer, I've been on since the early days. You know, I've seen the progress and seen how this platform has bettered my life. Hell, I didn't really make the whole Africa move really seriously until I stumbled onto Dynas. So shout out to Brother Dynas. Looking at him and seeing how young he was, and here I've been talking about Africa for 30 years, and yet I hadn't pulled the trigger, you know? Stumbled onto that brother's channel, and shit, after about 2 months of watching this channel, hell, 3 months after watching this, I was here, 3 to 4 months after watching this channel, I was in Africa. That's how powerful YouTube is. That's how much I was motivated and moved, that I'd been talking about it for 30 years, hadn't pulled the trigger, read all the greats, talking about Africa, Chancellor Williams and Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben, Dr. Nassertima, you know, Dr. Francis Crutch Wellesley, everybody, right? But yet I hadn't pulled the trigger. Found Brother Dynas. 3 months later, I'm in Africa. And I loved it. Fell in love. And are you moving to the continent? I'm going to make the move. Oh, you talking about Susan? Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good question. When you moving, Susan? Where you going? You going to Ghana? You going to try to slide over Sierra Leone with us? Or you going to... I would say right now, you got the 3 places I would suggest would be Gambia, Sierra Leone, and Ghana. And right now, the fact that we're moving over in such large numbers, You know, we're upsetting the land prices now, guys. I don't know if you all are aware of that. Yeah, I'm going to just visit a few other places because I don't know. Susan's been to Nigeria, so she might be a little bit partial to Nigeria, but and then we still got to go to Cameroon. But right now, I've already made up my mind, people. My 3 right now is Sierra Leone, 1, Ghana 2nd with Pan-African community, Black Star Pan-African community. I got my 2 lots there, so that's number 2. I'm gonna have rental property there and then a property for me to stay. And then the Gambia 3, because so many people are moving to the Gambia, and now I know so many people. Sweet Berry's there, Nora the Great is there. You got African Pygmy. You got the brother from Alabama down there, the Soul Food Joint. You got the Bag family, of course. Then you got TAC. So I gotta go because they there and establish me a little, Airbnb and a property for me to stay and that there, so I can come over there and visit and hang out and do content, because eventually YouTube is going to be the way we're going to be, generating money. So what better way? I can be in Sierra Leone generating content. Then when I slide over to the Gambia and hang out with all my people in the Gambia, for ones who would like to be filmed, we can sit back and chop it up how we were just on YouTube talking our talk. And now here we are on the African continent in the Gambia, breaking bread, talking some good game. And then the same thing when we run over to Ghana, we'll do the same thing over there. And that's what we'll do. We'll bring content, right, from all of the YouTubers and the folks who are not in the space, bring them into the space. Because they're just going to give fuel for people who's indecisive, for folks who are scared to take the leap forward. I always say, visit first. And I forgot who said it, because I would give them credit, but please forgive me. The person said you should at least visit the country 3 times before you make a decision on where you plan to repatriate. To me, it makes more sense if you share DNA any of the tribes in Sierra Leone, because they are the only ones at this present time offering citizenship, and it's the quickest path to citizenship. Now, the other countries you can get residency. Okay. Yeah, I figured that's probably what you meant. And I want to go because that's always been on my bucket list. I'm gonna go with Dynasty. I already paid my deposit. So I'm gonna see what Nigeria all about. More likely, if I develop which I'm sure I'm gonna develop a liking for it, I might try to do some stuff there too. So I don't see nothing's really stopping us from being able to have friends in different countries that we can visit, have connections, and have networking opportunities as far as business go to operate in all these countries. Why not have a restaurant like a franchise, or have something else, a car lot, who knows, right? In the Gambia, have one in Sierra Leone, have something similar, Airbnbs or whatever, right? In various African nations. Yeah, exactly. We can be together and spread out at the same time. Because once I'm there, my goal is to go back and forth. Sierra Leone is going to be my police on the other side. Like the sheriff. Okay, so if it said sheriff on the bottom of that, or did it say trooper? What are they talking about? I'm only going 71, so I'm good. Slow down to 70. But yeah, Sierra Leone is going to be my beachhead, my base of operation. Because I'm a citizen with all the rights and privileges as a citizen, right? It only makes sense. Right? So I'm trying to bring as many people to take advantage of the program while we still have opportunities to do it. devils figure out a way to block us, which I'm sure something's probably in the works. Because they monitor the YouTube, they monitor our phones, the NSA is monitoring our phone calls, they monitor our internet searches. So they know what's going on. They ain't stupid. So they got to try to interfere at some point. Alright. Appreciate you, Susan, for dropping in. Much love and respect. But you got to go to Sierra Leone with us. So try 23andMe as well, Susan. Because some people have been getting back some different results. So just try it. Let's just see what happens. You're gonna cost you $99. So just try it and see. Yes, we can operate in all countries and just source. That's right. Share resources. That's exactly. Already great. We can visit each other. We can develop a family. Just like like I'm from Chicago. When I'm in Atlanta, I call Bo Money to come get me. Go to his house, we cook, and we go to a restaurant and eat, break bread, talk about what we plan to do, put it out there in the universe, right? Now Mr. Lawson is in Atlanta, moved from Alabama, so now when I go there, I got another person. I also got my other buddy, Kwame, Derek Word, right? Then we got the other African brother from Liberia also. I still haven't been able to coordinate to get an interview with him. So eventually that's going to happen. So when I'm in Atlanta, I stop in Atlanta, park my truck. I got the time, and had them come get me. We go to a nice restaurant, break bread, and have fun, talk, go shopping. I made a man drop me off at Walmart, all kind of stuff. So we can do the same thing on the African continent. Right now we can do it as far as visiting, breaking bread, getting to know each other, seeing where we are, mindset-wise, and who knows, maybe we can hook up and do some type of businesses together. That would be ideal. And ultimately be able to make YouTube channels or put it on the channel so people can see that we're working together on the African continent for folks that's on the fence about getting out of the West. It's a lot that this brings about people. We're really on the cusp of something great. And I want to be part of anything that's going to be great. To me, this is a great movement to be a part of. It's a great movement to be a part of. So I'm all in. And I'm going to be really, really putting my nose to the grindstone to put this money together so I can go over there and get as many acres as I can. Oh, I was going to say, I forgot before I was going to say the government is saying that they're looking into the possibility that once we repatriate, that we pretty much are going to be homeless. And so somebody must have brought this up to somebody in the government, and I guess they must have looked at it like, you know what, that's really a true statement. So they're looking at some type of proposal or program where we can receive 100 acres of land, and they talked about maybe charging like $1,000 administration processing fee, and we get 100 acres. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds like a winner. We ain't got to go over there with our hat in our hand, because I know I hear a lot of people talking about, oh, the government should just give us this, give us that. No, the government's already struggling. The country already needs a lot of updating. It needs a lot of fixing. It needs us to come back and help with the Renaissance, the new African Renaissance. People still going over talking about give me something. Yeah, it would be nice, but this is a good step in the right direction. I would take the 100 acres and I would gladly pay that $1,000 with no hesitations. You dig? No hesitation. And not only that, wherever that land is, Hey, guess what? I'll buy 4, 5, 100 acres right next to the 100 acres they give me. And I'll pay full price for it. Have all my land right next to each other. So I can bring about this farming utopia that I want to bring about. Because everything is going to stem from the land. Come over there with all your, computer stuff and tech stuff and all that is cool, but at some point it's going to come around to we need to be able to control food. That's the area I want to be. But that'll spawn a whole lot of different businesses just out of that. I can put rubber trees on my land, sell the rubber, right? I can see if my land has gold on it, diamonds on it, rubies, any type of minerals. So I can have a survey, a geological survey done. Okay? I can sell the timber, right? I can grow. I can have freaking chickens and goats and cows, right? Every conceivable plant, herb, vegetable, fruit. Set up a farmer's market on my land. People from other places to come. But really, it's going to be me because I'm going to have enough for everybody. Set up restaurants. Help donate to schools. So this is a lofty endeavor that will give a person's life deep and significant meaning. And I think this would be a step in the right direction to work your way into the hereafter or to the heavens. To help a lot of people along the way and help yourself. So land is the key, people. And I'm looking to get deep into it. So when I go back in April, after the tour, people will make sure people get to the airport, and then I'm going to stay behind for an extra week to investigate and go to the Lands Commission, get with the ministers that I can get in front of, and really see what this situation, if it's a rumor or is it fact, if they're really working on it. I know they did create a new ministry, a new, I guess you say minister, I guess it's a new minister, office, cabinet, I guess it's a new cabinet position, I should say. And it's supposed to be a minister for the diaspora, something it's called. So I want to get with that guy. He's a young fella, and I don't know why I didn't get his card. I thought I was going to see him again. But when I go back, I'm going to make sure that I get his card and then get in front of him and give him some really good ideas of what Sierra Leone can do to attract brothers and sisters from the diaspora to come back home. So it'd be 1, connect with your people and your culture. 2, get your citizenship, and then 3, possibly get land. Right? So this is what I'm going to be working on, people. Get your DNA done. Go ahead and jump off now. I've been talking for a minute. I'm going to stop and get some water and something to hydrate myself. But I just wanted to give y'all some good information. Found out some good stuff. I'm going to find out if it's a true or if it's a rumor. I'm going to do my investigation. And we're going to find out. Needless to say, I'm going to make it happen no matter what. Whether they give us some or not, I'm going to make it happen. So I'm going to go through my footage because I have hours and hours and hours of footage to make sure that I block people out or cut it or edit it. A lot of folks didn't want to be seen, I guess, because their jobs are high-profile positions, which is understandable. They want to jeopardize their livelihoods, right? And I don't want to do that, so I'm going to go through and just edit them out and show y'all what I can. So just know I do have it. Just got to do some editing now. Yeah, I'm going to be safe out here. Thank you, Curly Girl. You see, I'm driving like new money. Talking to y'all, coming up with $1 million ideas, and talking to y'all, and out here in the middle of the night. Well, it ain't the middle of the night, but while it's dark out, driving this 18-wheeler, making this money. So yeah, I'm gonna be safe. I appreciate that. But I'll be coming back. We'll try to keep this going. Really, I can just drive and talk and just every now and then look at, see the comments. As long as y'all keep the comments kind of short, I can look over there and read them. You know. But y'all know I love you. Get your DNA done ASAP. Try 23andMe. Get it back in 2 to 3 weeks so we can know what the situation is. $99. Stop being cheap. Get it done. Let's see what happens. At least you can go over there and visit with me, right? And just see what the country needs. See how you could be of service. And, you know, pick your level of involvement. You know, let's start there. Let's start with a visit. Let's start with trying to get the citizenship, reconnecting with the people, and start with some business. You know, there's no reason why people can't do it. There's no reason. I'm not trying to hear any reasons why you can't do it. Money is not the issue, because if this country goes under, you're gonna wish you had took the money and did something to where you could have an out. You know, don't let these people catch you flat-footed. People. Don't catch you with your drawers down or your panties down. You did. Leave yourself out. So I have an out, and I want to make sure a lot more people can go through that out. This is like the new underground railroad, but we ain't underground. You did. But I know I'll be back tomorrow. Trying to bring something on with Mr. Lofton and more money. I'm gonna be sliding through Atlanta, and we're gonna see what we can do. Getting them on the channel tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned. Be on the lookout for that. If you don't catch the live, definitely go and check the replay. You can always comment in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you're so inclined, you can always donate to the cause, because at least this way, your brother will have a way for you to get out, and you can come, put some accommodations on my land, right? People can come and stay. So you ain't gonna need no hotel coming messing with me in Sierra Leone, since people might not be ready to build a whole community. At least I can build a nice homestead and put something there, accommodations for people to come and visit. You know, so maybe we can do that right now, and we'll let stop putting donations toward that. So I'm going to jump off, guys. I can jump off here at 101, so I'm right on time. Love y'all. Check me out tomorrow or catch me on the playback. And as always, appreciate y'all checking in. Black African Power. Let's see how you all can be of service. All right? Peace.